Hey, it's Mike here from Enchanted Chimney again. One thing people ask me all the time is, why do I see pieces of my brick on my roof from my chimney? What's happening there? Let's take a look. As you can see with this chimney here, we've got pieces of the brick kind of all over the roof. And they're coming from these top couple of courses of brick. A course is just a row of brick. So the top two rows here, looks like they're getting the faces popped off. This is a process called spalling. What's happening here is water is getting onto the face of the brick. It's sitting in the grooves of the brick and in the joints, and then it's freezing and it's thawing and expanding and contracting and popping the faces of the bricks off. So the culprit here is water. It always is, and I'll show you why. The top here, this concrete rectangular piece that goes all the way across the top, it's called the cap or the crown. So this particular crown, quite long, so they actually pour these in multiple sections. So you got a section here, then a gap, then a section here, then a gap, then a section here, and then a gap, and then the final section. So this one's in 4 sections. And all these gaps, what they do is they fill these with mortar. And what happens obviously over time is the water rots out the mortar and creates these cracks in it, and water easily gets through there. And once it gets through there underneath, you can actually see daylight through there. The water washes over the faces of these bricks, causing that spalling we talked about before. So that is the reason every time when you see a couple of courses at the top start to spall, it's always because the water is getting through those cracks in the crown. That's why it happens. So the question now is, how do we prevent it from happening? And I'll show you that. Okay, so here's what's called a stainless steel chimney cover, and these get installed along the entire length of that chimney cap or chimney crown that we showed you in the last video. This is a different client's house, of course, but the same kind of thing applies. So what we're doing is we're covering up all those cracks that we saw in the mortar joints between the concrete parts of the crown with a full-length custom piece of stainless. So no water can penetrate anymore through onto the bricks. It's got this strip edge on all 4 sides that allows the water to wick away from the bricks. So these bricks are no longer going to be destroyed by the water damage. This one also is a bit special. It's got a furnace vent going through it. So what we do is we put a collar on there with a storm collar over top to allow that furnace vent to come through with no water getting into the house. And over here where the clay tile is, we just cut that section out and we caulk around it, allowing no water to get through the clay tile. This product simply gets glued down to the top of your chimney. Sometimes we put a couple screws in the sides if we find it's not sticking as well. But that is going to last your lifetime for this chimney, and it's going to significantly increase the lifetime of the bricks of the chimney. One thing I should mention about these stainless steel chimney covers is that they're not for every chimney. For some chimneys that are so damaged that they're going to require a rebuild, there's no point in putting a stainless cover on it. There's no point in protecting bricks that are already damaged enough that need to be replaced. These should go on as early as possible. We put them on new rebuilds. We put them on when we're seeing very slight spalling on the brick layers below, so that we can protect it for a long time after that. So if you ever see any slight damage, it's about time to put on a stainless steel cover so you can protect it for many years to come.